I've been playing since I was like 5, 6.
What made you start playing?
My dad was in the NBA and my brothers just played, so I grew up with family playing basketball.
Before Bol Bol would have no interest in the game of basketball until some encouragement and a toy he'd received from his late father.
My earliest memory is probably like around when I was like 4 or 5. For my birthday, I got like a mini hoop. And that's like the first time I started playing.
Before Bol Bol would receive an offer from New Mexico State while still in the 8th grade. But I mean, can you blame them? Look at this kid go. Before Bol Bol would be compared to the likes of Kristaps Porzingis and Kevin Durant.
Who's the player that you kind of compare yourself to, or maybe you play kind of similar to?
I don't really compare myself, but I hear like a little bit Kevin Durant and a little of Porzingis is the two that I hear the most.
Bol Bol is currently projected to be drafted in the first round of the 2019 NBA draft, with NBA analysts unsure of how good he'll be able to play at the professional level. Some think drafting him high could pose as a risk, while others are sure it will be worth the reward. Currently listed at 7'2" or 7'3", depending where you look, 235 pounds with a wingspan of 7'8", Bol Bol is a big question mark. Although his dad is known for having more blocks than points throughout his career, and of course his support of his home country, Sudan, Bol Bol is expected to be a much more well-rounded player. But no one could say for sure, considering how he only played 9 games in his only year of college ball with the Oregon Ducks before suffering a season-ending foot injury. Although throughout those 9 games, Bol Bol put up quite impressive numbers, including a 12-point, 12-rebound, 3-block, 23-minute game during his debut. Before we get into this video, I want to know who you think is going to draft Bol Bol at this year's draft. Let me know in the comments right down below. What's going on, guys? My name is Bronstein and welcome back to Before They're Famous. In our last video, we talked about Anthony Davis and his trade to the LA Lakers. You guys requested this video, and as always, keep sending in your requests down below. We read all your comments, but we gotta get on with the show.
Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Manute Bol, better known as just Bol Bol, was born on November 16, 1999 in Khartoum, Sudan. He is the son of former NBA player Manute Bol, who to this day was the second tallest to ever play in the NBA. Bol Bol's mother, Ajak Kouag, is the second wife of the late Manute Bol, who he would have a total of 5 children with, Bol Bol being the eldest. Manute would have a total of 6 children in his first marriage, one of them being Madut, Bol Bol's half-brother, who would eventually go on to play college ball at Southern University. Bol Bol was named after his great-grandfather, Bol Bol, who was believed to be 7 feet 10 inches tall and apparently had 58 wives. Wow. Talk about a ladies' man. Although Bol Bol was born in Sudan, his family would flee the country when he was just 2 years old and travel to America, being considered political refugees. Manute Bol was loved by the people of Sudan and known for his charitable contributions, but the government accused him of being an American spy back in 1998 during the Second Sudanese Civil War. These allegations stemmed after Manute refused to convert to Islam and a US missile would strike Khartoum. With little money, Manute would try to take his family to the US in 1999, only for it to be blocked by the northern government. Manute would then try to flee his native country and be forced to stay in Egypt for 6 months in 2001 due to visa problems. After 6 months in Egypt, some kind friends from America would purchase him some plane tickets, and his family would eventually get over to the US with the help of Connecticut Senator Joseph Lieberman. The family would settle in Connecticut, where Bol Bol would be encouraged to start playing basketball by his dad and older half-brothers, who he would rarely see. Growing up, Bol Bol didn't see his half-siblings too much because they grew up in New Jersey with Manute's first wife. After receiving a toy basketball net, Bol Bol would eventually fall in love with the game, even going to the gym and shooting hoops with his dad. The family, which consisted of 7-year-old Bol Bol, his 3 younger brothers and younger sister, would eventually move to Olathe, Kansas due to its large South Sudanese population. By the age of 12, when Bol Bol was in grade 7, he would catch the attention of the sports world, being featured on CBS Sports and the Washington Post after footage of him at the Crossroads Elite Camp, a basketball camp in Indianapolis, would be posted to YouTube. This 6'5", 7th grader can be seen tearing it up on the floor, nailing threes, and even making some pretty impressive passes. 1 year later, while in grade 8, Bol Bol would receive his first Division I scholarship offer from New Mexico State. Pretty impressive considering he hadn't even played a game of high school ball yet. Speaking of high school, Bol would end up playing for the junior varsity team at Blue Valley Northwest High, but would have to transfer to Bishop Meade High School where he would finish his freshman year because he didn't live in the school's district. At just 14 years old, Bol would be standing at an impressive 6 feet 10 inches, but would have to stay at the junior varsity level until February of 2015 due to the school's transfer rule. Bol would play his first game for the Bishop Meade junior varsity team on December 11th, 2014 against his former school's team. By the end of his freshman year, Bol Bol was eligible to play for the school's varsity team, but didn't earn playing time because his coach at the time, Rich Zeich, had to speak with him about his commitment to the team after Bol was either late to a practice or missed it altogether, according to an article from the New York Times. The kid is a clear game changer, and you're gonna sit him because he missed practice?
And I'm not shoving it aside, like it don't mean anything. I know it's important. I do. I honestly do. But we talking about practice, man.
I had to. Now it wouldn't be long before Bol Bol would receive interest from colleges such as Kansas and Oklahoma after he would play in the AAU for the Kansas City run GMC at the Jayhawk Invitational under 15 games. Just to show you guys how good he really was at 14 years old, here are some highlights from those games where 14-year-old Bol Bol just runs the show. As a sophomore, Bol Bol would play for the high school's varsity team, eventually leading them to win the Kansas Class 4A Division I title game over McPherson High School in March 2016. He would go on to earn Class 4A1 first team honors and receive a scholarship offer from Kansas a month later. But Bol's high school career wouldn't end at Bishop Meade. In November 2016, it was announced he would be transferring to Mater Dei High School in Santa Ana, California for his junior year. His mother wanted him to transfer so he could play for Coach Gary McKnight. Ajox said this about Coach McKnight. I quote, "McKnight is a good basketball coach, but he is also a kind man who teaches the kids good values and how to be respectful. I want my son to be a good player and a good person. Manute would be very proud of his son. Not just because he is a good player, but because he has a good heart." And it turns out other Mater Dei players feel the same way about Coach McKnight. I mean, just listen right here.
It's the best ever. Coach McKnight is more than a coach. He's more than the father figure. He's like I can't even describe how much he does for us. He brings us together, and he's one of the most incredible human beings I've met beyond basketball and all that.
In his debut album with Mater Dei on January 24th, 2017, Bol would put up 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks in a win over Orange Lutheran High School. And to no surprise, he was welcomed with open arms, especially after plays like this. In his junior year with the team, Bol Bol would average 16.5 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 2.9 blocks. Throughout the season, he would receive offers from Arizona, USC, Oregon, Kentucky, and UCLA. Before Bol would commit to a college, he would play in the Nike Elite Youth Basketball League with the California Supreme, averaging 25.4 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 4.1 blocks per game. But Bol Bol would once again switch schools in November 2017 to Finlay Prep in Henderson, Nevada. His former coach McKnight from Mater Dei said it was due to family reasons. By his senior year, the son of Manute would be standing 7 feet 2 or 3 inches tall depending where you look, and somewhere between 220 and 225 pounds depending on the day. Shortly after his transfer, he would sign his letter of intent committing to play for the Oregon Ducks. Once again, Bol Bol would put up impressive numbers playing for Finlay, earning all USA boys basketball second team honors from USA Today High School Sports and averaging 20.4 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game. I could watch this kid play all day. Bol would join the Oregon Ducks for the 2018-2019 season as a freshman. Being considered a top prospect for the 2019 draft, Bol would have himself quite the debut against Portland State. On November 6, 2018, Bol would have a double-double, recording 12 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 steal, and 1 assist in just 23 minutes of playing time. However, in the same debut, he would shoot just 4 for 12 from the field, have 2 dunk attempts blocked, commit 4 turnovers, and have foul problems. His season-high 32-point, 11-rebound game would come against the Texas Southern Tigers, where he would play 31 minutes, going 13 for 22, hit 4 out of his 6 3-point attempts, and capping it off with 2 steals and a block.
They get back out
time to just 9 games. But at the time of his injury, Bol Bol would be leading his team in scoring average 21 points and 9.6 rebounds. So I think it's safe to say this guy's going to be an effective NBA player. I mean, it's literally in his blood. Okay, maybe his dad wasn't the best shooter. In fact, he was actually pretty bad, but Bol has proven he's got his dad's genetics plus the skills of a future NBA star. Bol Bol would garner more attention in April of 2018, playing at the Nike Hoop Summit while playing for the United States junior national team. Although he was originally born in Sudan, he's eligible to play for the US because he is an American citizen. Although his team would ultimately lose to Team World 89-76, Bol would put up 20 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. On March 30th, 2019, Bol announced that he would be entering the 2019 NBA Draft by posting this to his Instagram page. The post starts with, "Dear Duck fans, what an incredible ride it's been." He goes on to thank the fans who supported him throughout his time at Oregon and officially declares for the NBA Draft, writing, I quote, "Since my earliest memories of the game, it's been a dream of mine to one day play at the highest level. Now that time has come and I will be officially entering my name into the 2019 NBA Draft." If you guys want to read the entire post, be sure to check out his Instagram page at Bol Bol. As for the rest of the story, well, we're gonna have to wait and see because this is before they were famous, and although Bol Bol already has achieved quite the amount of fame, already clocking in 685,000 followers on Instagram at the time of this recording, I'm sure after he gets drafted, his following count will just skyrocket. But we'll just have to wait and see. I want to know who you think will be drafting Bol Bol in the first round, if the first round at all. I'm gonna say he's probably going top 10 for sure. Maybe top 5? I don't know for sure though. You guys gotta let me know in the comments down below what round and pick you think he's gonna be drafted. Now before I wrap up this video, I gotta address a mistake I made in the Nav Rich Life video we dropped the other day. I mentioned Nav had a feature from a guy named Lil Gunna in his music video. I know his name is Gunna. I f***ed up. But there's so many Lils in the rap game, it gets confusing. Got Lil Wayne, Lil Kim, Lil Pump, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Jon, Lil Yachty, Lil Nas X, Lil Mama, Lil Durk, and more. And I promise you guys, I'm gonna f*** up again. It happens. Hope you guys can forgive me. If not, my name's Jared Bronstein. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, be sure to do that right now. Also check out the other videos that we got here for you guys. You can find me on social media at Bronze7, and I'll see you guys in the next one.